What's up, fellow collectors? P-Rockzilla back again for another review, and today, I feel since this new Daredevil Born Again show has come out recently and has gotten good reviews and people have been enjoying it, I, for one, have been enjoying it. It's giving me a good flashback of the original series on Netflix. It's a good mixture so far. So with that in mind, I figured we try something out and see something that is Daredevil based. So this is the Diamond Select Toys Daredevil Legends in 3 Dimensions bust. And this is limited to 1,000 pieces. You can see right there, I have 248 out of 1,000. Same thing as all the other ones. Nice gold foil letterings. Can't really read the back too much right here. And you can see Daredevil right there in the front. This is exactly how the statue looks. The bust right at the top. Adult collector is not a toy. Ages 14 and up. And with that in mind, please hit the like, subscribe button, click that bell notification, and let's get this review started. Dale. What's up, fellow collectors? Die action. Dale. So let's go ahead and take a close-up look at the box before we get the statue out the box. Right there, you got the Marvel logo right there. You got the Daredevil. You got that nice gold foil lettering, Daredevil, half-scale resin bust. Right at the bottom, you got the Marvel, some other legal information down there. Legends 3D. And then right here, like I said, you got the number there. You can't really read this right here, so it's pretty, the lettering is probably like the worst thing from the packaging. And then right on the top, they got the classic Daredevil, the man without fear logo from the comics. And that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and get him out the box. So once you get out the box, screw with the foam packaging, and then ready, you got your certificate of authenticity right there. 248 of 1,000. You got a picture of the statue there. Nothing on the back. And then right here it says the top. So once you cut the foam open, boom, there you go with the statue and the nice little smelly stuff in here. Don't put that in your tea. And there you go. So yep, get them out the packaging, get them out the bag. And we'll go ahead and take a close look at Daredevil in 4K. And once you get them out the plastic, you greet it with the nice bust right here. And one thing I gotta say, when I'm learning from these busts, they definitely look better in hand than they do on the promo pictures and on the box. Like on the picture, his lips did look a little darker. I was like, wait, I thought he was like a Hispanic version of Daredevil. But in hand, it's not that bad. So it's not as dark as it looks in the picture. Definitely nice detail right here in the face. Let me see a close up for you guys right here. I put the brightness up so you can see all the detail within the shadow portions because there's a lot of dark colors in here. But you can even see like the stubs on his face. Look at that. Look at that detail. You see the stubs on his face, his chin. You can see the shadowing right here. Now, one thing I always wondered now that I actually have this in hand is I understand he was blind and his senses were heightened. And he used a lot of his hearing though. But look, if you notice his ears are covered, you would think you would want your ears uncovered so you can hear a lot better. So it's just something just to think about. But it's one thing I always liked the design of the Daredevil, like the original Daredevil, like the little horns right here. They weren't too long or too protruding. It was just like little like trickster demon looking thing. So that's why I like that. I always like the design of that, just the dark red. You see around the head here, you can see the muscular detail on the back. I like the little, you can see the clothes, the indentation, the gaps there in between the muscles and the shoulder. Right here, you twist around there, you got the nice Daredevil logo. We got most of it right there. So you can see real quick his eyes. The eyes definitely has like a nice shine to it. The red portion right there. There's another thing too. I'm learning with these too is the base is actually pretty cool. Look at the painting on that the little glass right there in that church. You can see the little statues right here. The base actually looks good, man. I can see it actually looks like like the top of a building. You see the concrete and everything. See all the detail on there. Definitely cool base. And of course, as always, Marvel, manufacturer of Diamond Select Toys, made in China, 248 of 1,000. The little safety peg there. So this actually looks good. All the detail in there, man. I really like that base. The base is actually pretty cool. The statues look cool too. I like the way the statues look. And this is actually the lightest one of all of them. I'll say so far, it's like the lightest one of all the busts I've had in hand. Definitely cool. You see detail here. Show you detail real close one more time. You can see that face. See all the detail on that face, the wrinkles. Yeah, it looks good. Look, the textures, even this, like the texture on the skin is like softer than it is on here. So it's another attention detail to pay attention to if you ever get this piece. Speaking of, I will put a link in the description if you want to pick this up. A link for this right here, straight from Diamond Select Toys. See all the details in the ears, the wrinkles around in the neck. Definitely cool. This is when I was like, all right, maybe, just because the new Daredevil, I don't have anything really much Daredevil, just my Mezco one. But this looks cool, man. Look at that face, man. Look at that. It looks like the dude's right here. Put rock. P-Rock. Proc. P-Rock? I hear you, but I can't see you. What is going on here? Why am I talking like William Shatner? All right, but anyways, yeah, man, this thing is real cool. I like this. I like this in the hand. Textures definitely, like I said, you can feel the texture of the suit here compared to the skin. Definitely different textures, even especially on here too. It's nice and soft here. And then this actually feels like cement. Definitely cool. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick size comparison. And then we'll do the final thoughts and final pose. All right, due to me being more fearful of dropping the bust, because that Hulk bust is pretty heavy, I just want to have a good size comparison of my most recent, and not only that, a character you actually have seen in the comic books together. So here is the Diamond Select Toys Hulk 3D bust along with the Daredevil 3D bust. So now let's bring some figures in here. I'm bringing a figure of 1/6 scale, and then bring a 1/12 scale figure also. The 1/6 scale figure we're gonna bring in is gonna be the Hot Toys Miles Morales. And then let's go ahead and bring in something that's more current too. It was a Marvel Legends Deadpool. Don't follow me, Deadpool. Oh, he's going. There we go. There we go. There's good size comparisons with some figures you should or would have if you're gonna buy this bust right here, a Marvel Select figures or a Marvel Hot Toys figures. So there's a good size comparison with the two, just in case you're curious, or if you already have this Hulk bust and you want to see how this Daredevil will fit in your collection display. All right, let's go get the final thought and final pose. And there we go. There we have the Daredevil 3D bust on the turntable 360 view of the whole piece. So you can see the whole picture all at once in 4K. You see that nice base going up with the Daredevil sign in the chest. The nice texture on the actual suit. The details and the dark shadows within the eyes and all the wrinkles and crevices around the ears, indentations, the muscle definition on the back, the statues on top of that base, on that top of that tower, the glass windows, everything on this definitely looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look from the pictures. This is definitely something that brings me back to the original comic book Daredevil, and that something that like I said, I'm enjoying the show, and it just made me want to go back and just get something that's old school Daredevil. Not completely sold on the new Daredevil. I'm enjoying the show. If this season goes good, and if he shows up in the movies, then more likely I'll probably get a figure or something for that. Maybe I'll get something like a statue, small statue, something, or to do a bust for him. Maybe I'll do the bust. But definitely wanted to get another thing in my Daredevil collection. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show the Mezco Daredevil and size composite. Anyways, I'll do that for next time for something else when I get something else Daredevil. But I really enjoyed this piece. Like I said, it's a lot better in hand than I thought it was gonna be. It's something nice to have, and I keep saying these are more like entry level statues, and then for the price you're paying for them, you do get good detail and good paint application on most of them. The textures, like I said, on the thing, on his suit, on a few of the Magneto's helmet, everything just fits perfect. It feels exactly the way it would feel in real life if they actually had the suit in real life. And just the detail, even the ears around there, definitely something Diamond Select Toy did an amazing job at. I hope they continue doing these busts. I'm really enjoying the Marvel ones and the Godzilla ones. I'm gonna be doing a review for the Kraxus from Game of Thrones, the dragon. I'm gonna be doing a review of that one. So that one I'm super excited for because I love that dragon. I love Game of Thrones. But anyways, back to this nice piece. If you're intrigued on it, definitely pick it up because it's definitely better in hand. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe button, click that bell notification. And as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale.